I gave someone the same script that I used to land my first tech sales job and pass a mock cold call, and he didn't get the job. And the manager told him it's because he sounded robotic. I made 25,000 cold calls and managed a BDR team of 8 and tripled their conversion in 60 days. And the number one thing that people get wrong is not the script, it's how they say it. So by the end of this video, you're gonna be a pro at making people actually talk to you and not just hang up on you because you sound like a telemarketer. And of course, crush your mock cold call. UCLA professor Albert Mehrabian, I probably butchered that name, ran a study across 67 women and said a single word to every woman in different tones to judge their emotion on what they felt when they heard the word. He found that tone accounts to 38% of how your message lands versus what you say only accounts to 7%. This ties perfectly in with Robert Cialdini's click word response in the book Influence. If you haven't read it, you should. The click is the action or the trigger in the prospects of the person's mind. The whir is the action that follows the click. So in this scenario, the click is if they think you're a telemarketer, and the whir, the automated action after that, is hanging up on you. If you think you're the first person to invent a new cold call opener, you're not. But you are and can be the first person to deliver it in a way that sounds like a human to that prospect. Gong analyzed over 300 million cold calls and found that the top performers convert 16.7% of their calls, while the low performers convert around 4%. They're running the same script, but different delivery. They also found that the average cold call that ends up in a meeting is about 5 minutes, 50 seconds, and unsuccessful ones are 3 minutes and 10 seconds. The extra 2.5 minutes isn't earned by having a magic script and a typed out response to every objection they give you. It comes from being able to deliver a real conversation, reflect on what they're saying, and sound human, convincing them to keep talking to you. By the way, like this video, you need this in order to implement the script that I'll give you in the community below. If you check out the pre-interview section, it's so valuable, but I have a mock cold call section in there and give you some talk tracks on how to structure the value prop and whatnot. But you need to learn the tone before delivering the script. That's the whole point of this video. But check it out. It'll save you months of trial and error. There's like 1,000 people in there. I spent a lot of time putting that together. This is the resource that I was begging for when I was on my job hunt and I couldn't find. Here are the 3 mistakes that you're probably making if you have a script or watch my video and you're trying to steal what I gave you. The first one's being flat and robotic. If you have a script and you read from it, you're gonna sound like this. Hey John, this is Lucas with Gong. Can I tell you why I'm calling real quick? It's really well researched. There's no variation in pitch. There's no energy. There's no excitement. There's no curiosity. The second biggest mistake is on the complete opposite end of this. It's the person that's overly enthusiastic. Like this. Hey John, this is Lucas with Gong. Can I tell you why I'm calling real quick? And if you don't like it, you can hang up on me. I don't know why, but people just default to either being super flat or super enthusiastic. And every single time they hear that, they hear the click and the words they hang up. The third mistake is the super fast talker. In the same study, Gong found that average reps talk about 173 words per minute, and most people go up to 188 words per minute when they hear an objection. So right when someone says, I'm not interested, they're like, got it. Why aren't you interested? Can I just tell you I'm calling real fast, right? The really good reps only go up 3 words per minute. So pace and delivery are your best friend. When I hear a not interested objection, it's totally get it, man. Are you just not interested because the sound of my voice, or was my pitch really crappy? Right? Keeping it slow. Do not panic. When I say slow, I don't mean slow. I mean slow. Like I just delivered it, right? It's not, got it, man. Are you not interested because of the sound of my voice? Do you not like my pitch, right? It's, got it, man. Do you not like it because the sound of my voice? Or are you not interested because the sound of my voice? Or is my pitch is pretty bad, right? Huge difference in delivery. Same things go with the opener. A lot of times when a prospect picks up the phone on your first, cold caller in your mock cold call, you're gonna get really, really nervous because it's the first time you're delivering this. And so when they give you permission to pitch, if you have a permission-based opener, which you should, a lot of times people just skip through the value prop really, really fast, or they have ChatGPT help them create one. It does not sound human at all. For example, a poorly recited rep or a rep with poor tone would recite a value prop like this. Most sales leaders I talk to rely on their sales reps' notes in their CRM to see what's going on and not actually what's happening on calls. And Gong surface insights in real time from every single call and gets them into your Salesforce so you spot deal risk early and coach them before they slip. Does that resonate? What it should sound like is, I appreciate you giving me the time. Most sales leaders that I speak with are relying on what their reps are putting into the CRM and don't have actual insight on what's being said on the calls. And so they'll slip and it's too late. Our platform automatically extracts insights from those transcripts, plugs them into your CRM in real time, so you have full visibility on what's going on in these calls, and you can catch them before they die. And the final mistake that is super relevant, especially with beginners that I see that I coach, they dump product every second they can. They uncover pain on the phone, they immediately dump to product, and the prospect doesn't feel heard and wants to hang up. If you uncover a pain, keep it conversational. They don't care about what your product does until they know or they're confident that you understand their pain. You can't fix a problem with the solution if you don't understand the problem. The only time you should mention product is when you deliver the value prop, if they ask you a question about it, and then when you go to book the meeting to recap the pain they give you and why you think you can help them. Here are 4 tonality tools that you can use in your call to improve. 1, inflection is everything. When I say inflection, it means your voice either going up or down. And the downward inflection is what shows confidence. When you're speaking with a prospect, unless you're asking a question, your voice should never end the sentence higher than you started it. What do I mean by that? Instead of saying, hey John, this is Lucas with Gong, it sounds like you're asking a question, right? It should sound like, hey man, this is Lucas with Gong. It shows assertiveness, but beginning reps are scared to do that, so they have their voice go up every single time and they completely blow the confidence. It's a huge red flag in the manager's eyes. The second part of this is when your voice actually should go up. The only time your voice should go up is when you're genuinely curious about something. You can, I don't know why. My cat loves featuring these videos, so you're gonna have to meet her and get used to her. Name's Cleo. Anyways, upward inflection is only appropriate when you're genuinely curious about something. So if they're like, I'm in a meeting, it's like, got it, man. Like, would you rather me call you at the top of the hour? Or could I just tell you what I'm calling right now? Right? Top of the hour. A moment you wouldn't want your voice to go up, and I think I just delivered this, is like when you're introducing yourself or delivering value. You want to assert confidence when you can. This one's really corny, the third one, but it's smile and dial. Like, my best cold calls are when I'm excited about them and I pick up the phone, I'm in a good mood. I'm like, yo, what's up, John? You're gonna hate me, dude, but I'm cold calling you and I am a sales guy, but can I tell you why I'm calling real fast, man? It's actually a pretty well-researched call. I'm having fun. You know, I'm smiling, I'm laughing. If you're sitting in your chair like this, which is really tempting to do, make cold calls, it's like, hey John, this is Lucas, can I tell you I'm calling? Like, it's just not gonna work, right? The energy transfers through the phone. So genuinely try to smile, have a camera or a mirror in front of yourself and look at yourself and have a good time, man. Relax. Tool number 4 is the intentional pause. Remember what I said about not being slow, but being slow, like this. So natural to pick up your talk track when all you're thinking about is like, what do I say next? And like, oh my gosh, I'm choking this. My heart rate's beating out of my chest. But the slower that you can deliver what you're saying, the more confident it sounds and the more conversational it's gonna be. Okay, so how the hell do you actually apply this? 3 drills I'm gonna give you. Number 1, get the script, read it out loud, end to end. Make the first time you read it out loud as robotic as possible. The second time as enthusiastic as possible, right? Go to the extremes. So by the 3rd time, it's gonna be really easy to find yourself in the middle. When you stretch each way, it just shows your brain what both sides feels like, and the perfect balance is the combination between the two. The second part of this is you wanna record yourself. Research shows that people who get feedback on recorded calls or learn from recorded calls improve 38% more than someone that just ingests feedback from like a book or something. Even if it's not from someone else. Live feedback on yourself is super important because when you run a cold call, you're not thinking about things that you're going to see afterwards if you watch the video. So you could do it like an AI bot or even with a friend, record it and watch it back. And lastly, if you can shadow a cold caller, that's everything. I have a couple videos of me cold calling live on a day-to-day at my last job. If you can pick up on the way that a good cold caller actually delivers, doesn't have to be me, it's going to be such a good way for you to learn as long as you actually implement what you learn. If you thought that was insightful, I have a free community in the link below on how to prep for the interview, what to do in the mock, example objections. You should just go check it out. You'll probably have an interview coming up if you're watching this, and it will save you so much trial and error. Hopefully this video did as well. So thanks for watching.